everyone. Today we're going to be discussing another part of speech, and it is pronouns. And a pronoun is a word that replaces a noun or a group of nouns. There are 10 types of pronouns, and they are personal pronouns, interrogative pronouns, indefinite pronouns, relative pronouns, possessive pronouns, reflexive pronouns, intensive pronouns, demonstrative pronouns, reciprocal pronouns, and distributive pronouns. In this video, I'm going to tell you about all the types of pronouns, but first we're going to start with personal pronouns. A personal pronoun can be referring to the person speaking, and I am speaking, so I is a personal pronoun. It can be referring to the person being spoken to. I am speaking to you, so you is the personal pronoun, and it can be referring to the person or thing being spoken about, which is neither me nor you, and the person speaking is called first person, the person being spoken to is second person, and the person or thing being spoken about is third person. And for the first person singular, the personal pronouns are I, me, my, and mine, and for the plural, it is we, us, our, and ours. In second person singular, it's you, your, and yours, but in the plural, it can also be you, your, and yours, because in second person, it doesn't matter whether or not I'm speaking to one person or to multiple people, I still call them you. For the third person singular, it's she, her, hers, she, him, his, it, and its. For the plural in third person, it's they, them, their, and theirs. Personal pronouns can be categorized into two groups, and I'm going to tell you what two groups those are. Groups are subjective and objective, and subjective pronouns act as the subject in a sentence, and objective pronouns act as the object in a sentence. And the subjective pronouns are he, she, it, I, we, you, and they. And the objective pronouns are him, her, it, me, us, you, and them.
So can you give some example to make it clear?
Okay.
You can say it if there is no place.
Yeah, I'll just write it down here. I wrote a letter to him. So in this sentence, I is the subjective pronoun and him is the objective pronoun. The second kind of pronoun is the interrogative pronoun, and interrogative pronouns introduce a question, and those questions can either be direct questions or indirect questions, and direct questions end in a question mark and indirect ones do not. So the different types of interrogative pronouns are who, what, which, whom, and whose. And these are question words, so they help tell a question.
Ask the questions, right?
Yes, they help ask a question. An example of a direct question could be, what do you know about pronoun? And since it is a direct question, we have to put a question mark at the end. And an example of an indirect question could be, Samriddhi asked Pratish what he knew about pronoun. And since it's not a direct question, we don't put a question mark at the end. The next type of pronoun is the indefinite pronoun, and indefinite pronouns refer to unspecified people, places, things, or ideas, and unspecified means that it's not specific, like everyone. We don't know who everyone is. It's not specific. It's not talking about specific people. And some more examples are all, anyone, both, each, anything, everybody, many, noon, no one, some, someone, and there are many more. And some sentences with indefinite pronouns in them could be all are invited to the party. In that sentence, we don't know who all is. So we don't know the specific people that are included in that all. And another example could be everybody has to eat samosas. Oh no, I don't like samosas. So in this sentence, everybody is the indefinite pronoun because we don't know who everybody is. We don't know if it's like Pratyush and Samriddhi, or if it's your mom or your dad. Fourth type of pronoun is your relative pronoun, and relative pronouns introduce a subordinate clause, or you could say that they link independent and dependent clauses together. And the example of relative pronoun is who, whom, whose, which, and that. And you might remember these from some of these from the interrogative pronouns, but they're used differently because interrogative pronouns, they use them to start a question. They use them for a question, but in relative pronouns, we do not use them for questions. We use them to link independent and dependent clauses together. And some sentence examples could be, the salad that I bought was wilted. Here, that is the relative pronoun because it is linking the salad and I bought was wilted together. And she is the girl who came to my house yesterday. In that sentence, she, who is combining she is the girl and came to my house yesterday together. And
So who is the relative pronoun here, right?
yeah, who is the relative pronoun. Next type of pronoun is possessive pronouns. And possessive pronouns are what they sound like. They possess something, and that means they show ownership. And some examples of that are his, hers, its, mine, ours, yours, theirs. And there are many more, and they avoid repeating information. Like you could say, this is my dress, not your dress. But that's kind of repeating the word dress, and some people don't like to do that. So instead you could say, this is my dress, not yours. So yours is the possessive pronoun. And you could also say, I didn't have my pencil, so Maya lent me hers. But so hers is the possessive pronoun, but you could also say, I didn't have my pencil, so Maya lent me her pencil, but that's repeating the word pencil, so you can just use hers. Next type of pronoun is the reflexive pronoun, and a reflexive pronoun is used to show that the subject is receiving the verb's action. And some examples can be himself, herself, itself, myself, yourself, yourselves, ourself, and ourselves, and themselves. And example sentences with reflexive pronouns in them can be, Pratyush has to make his dinner himself. So that means that he has to do it by himself.
So, can you give more examples?
Okay, she can handle the situation herself, or they have to do their homework themselves.
Good. So, okay. So it's like it depends on reflexive pronouns depend on subject.
Yes, if the subject is talking about like if it starts with he, then it has to be himself, and if it starts with she, it could be herself.
Thank you.
Next type of pronoun is the intensive pronoun, and an intensive pronoun is it places emphasis on the subject. That means like it gives importance to the subject. And some examples: myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself, ourselves, and themselves. And you might say, but these are reflexive pronouns, but they're used in a different way. Like in you yourself must finish your homework, yourself comes right after the subject.
Okay, so when they work as intensive pronouns, they should come right after the
Yes,
subject.
they come right after the subject.
Good.
So they themselves will solve their problems. So themselves is the intensive pronoun. It's right after the subject, which is they. And another example, it's not on here, but another example could be he himself will have to go to the market to get ingredients for the cake. So himself is the intensive pronoun because it comes right after the subject, which is he.
And it's emphasizing the
Yes, it's emphasizing the subject. It's giving importance to the subject. The eighth kind of pronoun is the demonstrative pronoun. In demonstrative pronouns, point to something specific in a sentence. And some examples are this, that, these, those, none, neither, and such. And an example with a demonstrative pronoun in it is this was my brother's phone. This is the demonstrative pronoun because it's talking like this. It's talking about the phone. It's pointing out the phone because the phone is specific and it's pointing to the specific thing.
So how can the phone be specific?
Because it's it's in my brother's phone. That's a specific phone because it's my brother's. And another one could be those cats are fluffy. And those is the demonstrative pronoun because it's pointing out cats. And sometimes the noun is not named, like in I can't believe this. We don't know what this is. The next type of pronoun is reciprocal pronouns, and reciprocal pronouns refer to a mutual set of people, like each other or each others and one another or one another's. And you could say, we need to help one another to survive, and one another is the reciprocal pronoun. They know each other's phone numbers, so each other's is the reciprocal pronoun. And it's not on here, but another example could be they can identify each other, so each other would be the reciprocal pronoun in that one. The last type of pronoun is the distributive pronoun, and a distributive pronoun points to people, places, or things one at a time, like each, either, and neither. For example, each of the lions in the savannah is unique, and neither question is easy in the question paper. Either of you has done it. So that means like each of the lions, that we're talking about individual lions at a time. And neither of the questions means like you have questions and they're not easy. Neither of them are easy. And either of you has done it. That means like there are two people and you're like, one of you did something bad. So that was the pronoun and its types. I hope you understood well. And pronouns are very important. Just to tell you, without pronouns, our speech and writing would be awkward and it would be very repetitive, because without pronouns we would have to repeat nouns over and over again. And you should learn about pronouns to construct your sentences correctly. I hope you like this video. I'll see you in my next video with a new topic. Smash that like button and subscribe to my channel. Bye!